One of the most fascinating Bitcoin stories unfolding in the world. The historic role of El Salvador is playing in the global adoption of Bitcoin as legal tender. With President Bukele's visionary leadership and influential Bitcoiners like Matt Kaiser and Stacey Herbert helping to shape the framework, El Salvador is rapidly becoming a beacon for other nations considering Bitcoin adoption. In this video, we'll walk through key moments from a powerful interview with Max and Stacey, exploring Bitcoin's hash rate growth, El Salvador's Bitcoin office, and the larger mindset behind adopting Bitcoin as a national strategy. This is more than just a story about price. It's about the long-term vision and the blueprint that other nation states can follow. So let's dive in. In this section, Max emphasizes how hash rate growth is far more critical than Bitcoin's price volatility. The hash rate, which measures the computational power securing the Bitcoin network, has been consistently rising, showing long-term confidence from investors and miners alike. Max points out that despite market fluctuations, the commitment from major nation states and institutions to invest in Bitcoin infrastructure is unwavering. El Salvador, alongside Bhutan and others, are doubling down on Bitcoin mining, and the increasing hash rate is a leading indicator of future price rises. As more global power is committed to securing Bitcoin, its value proposition as digital gold strengthens even further, making it a prime opportunity for long-term investors.
Sure. I also said that the least interesting part about Bitcoin is the price. And the hash rate's more interesting. The difficulty adjustments are interesting. The global sovereign adoption is more interesting. There's a whole list of stuff that's more interesting than price.
Stacey Herbert talks about the significant strides the Bitcoin office in El Salvador has made in the 21 months since its founding. She explains how the office has laid the foundation for a future where everything will be priced in Bitcoin, what she calls hyper-Bitcoinization. By educating civil servants, students, and even writing Bitcoin workbooks for school children, El Salvador is preparing its citizens to thrive in a Bitcoin-dominated economy. This level of grassroots education and training will ensure that the next generation is well equipped to leverage Bitcoin as a global monetary system, providing massive opportunities for individual and national growth. Investors should take note of how this pioneering education model could drive a sustainable Bitcoin economy.
Well, the Bitcoin office, it has been, was founded 21 months ago, and yeah, we are responsible for basically establishing the foundation upon which the nation will be ready for this hyper Bitcoinization. You know, this is something that we understood for a long time in terms of the financial press. The financial press is the most important press actually globally, because it is global. It's not just domestic. Like most political news is just domestic.
Max and Stacey highlight how El Salvador's adoption of Bitcoin goes beyond just economic reform. It represents a shift in the collective mindset of the country. They explain how Bitcoin's decentralization and security offer an unparalleled level of freedom to the people of El Salvador. The country is converting its abundant geothermal energy from volcanoes into Bitcoin, adding this valuable digital asset to its national reserves. For other nations considering Bitcoin, this is a powerful example of how it can be used to harness existing natural resources and provide long-term financial stability. The potential for Bitcoin mining using renewable energy resources offers investors a new frontier of opportunities, both in infrastructure and green technology.
Well, it's cheap energy, and it's energy that's green, sustainable, and long lasting, unlike other forms like solar and wind tend to have to be constantly maintained and upgraded, et cetera. Whereas geothermal plant lasts 50, 60, 70 years. And we have a lot of volcanoes here. These things we used to associate with countries like the United States are now being associated with El Salvador.
As we've seen in this interview, El Salvador's Bitcoin journey is truly historic. From growing the hash rate to establishing a national Bitcoin office and shifting the national mindset, El Salvador is setting the stage for other countries to follow suit. This isn't just a short-term trend, this is a long-term play that's reshaping the global economy and what it means to store wealth. If you're an investor, now is the time to pay attention, not just to Bitcoin's price, but to the infrastructure and geopolitical moves that are happening globally. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more in-depth coverage of Bitcoin, blockchain, and indeed the future of finance. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.